Hey everybody, Freddie Servin, creator and founder of Servin Natural Foods, and today I wanted to do a video for entrepreneurs struggling to remain healthy. And let's face it, being an entrepreneur is hard, not only for the obvious reasons, but also for the less obvious. Starting a business is extremely time consuming, stressful, and comes with much sacrifice. I mean, the most important job of any entrepreneur is to manage time properly. The three most common and time consuming tasks that often get sacrificed are diet, exercise, and sleep. As all three of these, in my belief, are the most important factors in being a successful entrepreneur. So I want to focus on these three separately in a video series for entrepreneurs struggling to remain healthy. It's vital for your business. How could you run your business if you're feeling down and sluggish and just feeling overall having bad total health? So, number one is to remember to stay consistent with nutrition. First off, let me start by saying that I am not a doctor, nor am I a nutritionist. I'm an entrepreneur with a special focus on the natural foods industry. And I run a startup company, Servin Natural Foods, and I operate a small healthy vending business in San Diego, California. I started working in the food and grocery industry at the age of 16 years old. I'm now 28 and I've always been passionate for food. And so, growing up in San Diego, I have had access to the freshest and best foods, some healthy and some not so much. And before starting Servin Natural Foods, I worked as a regional manager for a realty and property management company. So that position came with a lot of work hours, a lot of stress in my work schedule, traveling, which led to bad eating, bad sleep habits, and just overall bad health. And I knew that if I wanted to live a well balanced life, I would have to step away from that position because I just simply felt horrible. I became focused on my body and nutrition, and that started my journey as an entrepreneur. Interestingly, entrepreneurs usually gain weight when starting a company. But my hope and my focus is that is not going to be the case for me, as I'm consistently thinking about nutrition, health, and wellness within my company, which would only benefit the production within my company and for my team as we try to scale and make this business as successful as it can be. This forces me to live what I preach, so to speak. And that's how it should be. This is what I love about being an entrepreneur is that I can source, formulate, and develop products that I know exactly where it's coming from and what's in it. My wife, my kids, and of course myself, we all take the products that I develop and we love the way it's making us feel. So that's pretty cool. But to transition back into the importance of an entrepreneur's diet, let me talk to you a little bit about my former diet. My diet used to consist of eggs with cheese, bacon and toast for breakfast, cheeseburger, fries, and a soda for lunch, and for dinner, steak, potatoes with cheese, bread, and maybe add another soda in there. So you could see this recurring theme within my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would consume a portion of bread, meat, potatoes, and dairy. I would even foolishly tell people I can't live without my meat and potatoes. But man, was I wrong. It is my belief that this sort of diet and way of thinking or something similar is typical of the US, and more specifically the Midwest and the West Coast. So, while moving up to North County, San Diego, many of the people that I was meeting were eating very diverse diets. I found it rude to order like a large steak when I was eating out with mostly vegetarians. I started ordering different foods that were considered vegetarian, and it was an adjustment, but over time I found different foods without meat that I enjoyed and that were primarily healthy. This evolved to the point that my diet became truly diverse. I was no longer consistently eating the same, and my palate had grown tremendously. Not only was I eating healthier, but since I was eating less red meat, I would have a craving for a steak when my body needed protein. Or when my body needed vitamins, I had cravings for fruit. So I was now able to hear what my body was asking for. The diversification in my diet to combat weight gain was by teaching me to listen to my body in order to feed it proper nutrients. This helped me when taking the next step and starting my own business. And really starting to adopt new ways of eating. Listen, being an entrepreneur, it is difficult to manage a proper diet. But if you can listen to what your body needs, your diet can manage itself. So, how do you do that? Try to stop eating all in one sitting or three. Instead, try 6 to 8 smaller meals throughout the day. To make this easy, when you're going to the store, stock up on items that you enjoy. Put them in little baggies, leave them in the office. Eat when your body is asking for food, not when society tells you it's time. The last thing to do is to introduce new items into your diet. Try something vegetarian. You don't need to be a vegetarian to eat veggies. And yes, chicken and fish are both counted as meat. So, out of 42 meals out of the week, eating vegetarian just once can be very easy to do. This will help you get started looking for different foods at grocery stores and whole food retail stores. transitioning to a more diverse diet, it isn't likely to happen overnight. Ease into it. The slower, the better. If you can now hear your body's cravings, interrupt those cravings into healthy foods and consume them in reasonable portions. This could be a huge game changer for you. Once this has been mastered, make sure to congratulate yourself. You know, how do you know, want to start doing this? It's really up to you. So, again, my name's Freddie Servin. I'm the founder of Servin Natural Foods, and I would just love to hear from you. How do you maintain a healthy diet with limited free time? Is there anything that I missed that maybe should have been pointed out in this video? Let me know. Let's get the conversation started. Rate, like, and subscribe to my channel. Talk soon. See you in the next video.